Welcome friends, welcome back to the hangar. Today is day 2 of the Give Hope Wings flight, Eastern Expedition. So yesterday we flew, I flew to Goderich from Oshawa, met everybody in Goderich, and then there was an event in Goderich, and we flew from Goderich up here to Sault Ste Marie. We fought low visibility the entire way. It was marginal VFR, heavy, thick smoke in places. Today, we're flying from Sault Ste Marie to Sudbury, which should be a pretty good flight. Not too much smoke in the air this morning, but from Sudbury to Ottawa, very low visibility, lots of smoke. So you're gonna have to play that next leg by ear. And then last night when we were in the Soo, we went to the Bush Plane Museum. Took a walk around, looked at all the bush planes. Absolutely fantastic, fabulous place. So we're gonna get in the plane and we'll see what happens.
Sioux Ground, this is Foxtrot Mike Victor Uniform with Charlie.
Foxtrot Mike Victor Uniform, Sioux Ground.
Sioux Ground, Mike Victor Uniform would like taxi directions to the active for VFR flight plan to Sudbury, and I'd also like to know where can I do a run-up?
Mike Victor Uniform, ground runway is 30, wind 3405 knots, altimeter 3007. You can taxi via Golf. Squawk code is 1260. Contact tower 118.8 holding short of runway 30, and you can do your run-up right on the bend of Golf. Just as you get, just before the hold short line where the Golf bends, you can just tuck yourself in there and do a run-up over there.
Victor Golf Tango tower identified 1,000 feet.
Victor Golf Tango, we'd like flight following as well if we could.
Victor Golf Tango tower, roger. Stay on this frequency until advised. You can expect Toronto Center at 132.65.
3265, and we'll wait till you release us. Thanks.
Sioux Tower, this is Foxtrot Mike Victor Uniform on Golf, holding short 30 for takeoff.
Foxtrot Mike Victor Uniform Sioux Tower on departure, the right turn eastbound, wind calm, clear takeoff, runway 30.
Right turn out, clear takeoff 30, Mike Victor Uniform.
Approaching runway 30. Entered runway 30, 5,900 feet remaining. Traffic.
Mike Victor Uniform tower identified 1,100.
Mike Victor Uniform.
Victor Golf Tango tower, I checked your just about clear of the zone there. Surveillance service with me terminates. Keep your squawk code. Contact Toronto Center 132.65. Have a good day.
Okay, 3265 for Victor Golf Tango, good day.
Mike Victor Uniform tower, check you're clear of the zone now. Surveillance service with me terminates. Contact Toronto Center for flight following 132.65. Have a good day.
32.65, Mike Victor Uniform, thanks for your help. Toronto Center, this is Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Victor Uniform, Toronto Center, identified through 3400. About 2.5 miles northeast of Sioux.
Thank you very much. Could I have flight following to Sudbury, please?
We'll go. And Mike Victor Uniform, you are aware that there's VFR traffic to stop your right wing, Mike X-ray Tango through 3300?
Yeah, I've got him in sight. Thank you.
Okay, so the smoky haze is just as bad as it was yesterday. Maybe not quite as bad, but it's still pretty bad. Ontario is on fire, so's Quebec. So this is the point in a flight like this where in this terrain you're looking out the window, there's nowhere to land. in an emergency, there really is nowhere to land. Even the roads are fairly close with trees on both sides and poles, and there aren't really many roads at all. And you know, if you're looking at the window here, what you see are rocks, trees, hills, and lakes. You know, so you're looking at splashing down in the water along the shoreline. Probably not the best option. And as I'm looking at my flight plan, I'm also looking at airports for diversion in case the smoke gets much worse. I mean, the weather report that I got from London FIC said that at points we could go down to a quarter mile in spots with the smoke blowing through. That's below VFR minima, definitely below my minima, definitely below VFR minima, and that's something that I have to look at diverting. I'm monitoring fingers and listening to the chatter from the other pilots, and getting reports from ahead of us to see that everything's okay. They're all much faster than me.
Uniform Papa India and Mike Victor uniform surveillance service terminated. You can contact Toronto at range of Sudbury on 135.5.
135.5, Mike Victor uniform, thank you very much.
Sure.
Contact. Hey, wing 6 is wing 10, how do you read? 6 on 2 is goodbye, 6.
This is wing 6.
Yeah, Glenn, is that you? I just went by about 3 or 4 minutes ago on your right. Your, I think it was a 172 I went by.
Yep, that was me, looking at you now.
Okay, roger that. Just wanted to make sure. Thanks. Wing 3, it's wing 1. We're going to descend down to 3,500, just see if we can get out of the smoke bit. Wing 3 copies, let me know how it is then. Yeah, will do.
Okay, that doesn't bode well. The guys ahead of me, they're dropping down to 3,000 to get out of the smoke.
It's wing 1. We're currently 47 miles from Sudbury at this time out of 4,500. We're going to descend to 3,500. Visibility's getting worse in the smoke, so we're going to get down to 3.5 and let you know what it's like.
Okay, so I'm at 3.5 now. I'm looking ahead. I've got some high ground I need to get over.
Yeah, wing is 1, wing 3, descending from 3,500 feet also. Yeah, the visibility is getting worse. And by the way, are you direct Sudbury this time? Yeah, we're going to line up for the RNAV for runway 04, and visibility isn't any better here at 3,500. We're going to go direct X-ray Oscar Romeo India Victor. Wings 3 copy.
So I'm in a difficult spot. The air had been really smooth this morning, nice, and being at 3,500 feet was okay because it kept me, even though I was in the smoke, I could see the ground. I've got some real chop now.
Leaving altitude.
Got some real chop now, and I'd love to be at 55 or 6,500 feet, but if I go that high, I won't be able to see the ground anymore because of the smoke. So I've got to live in this chop, and I'm in and out of my altitude, and apparently the smoke is going to get worse before it gets better, is what I've heard from ahead of us. So, and it's crazy because just I can see ahead of me, I can see just above me that I'd be out of the smoke, but I wouldn't be able to see the ground. Oh, and the smoke is heavy here. I can really smell it.
Hey Adam, are you on frequency? This is Glen.
Hey Glen, what's up?
I'm behind you quite a bit, but I'm just coming into an area of heavy smoke. Did you pass through this, and how long was it?
I did. About 60 miles back, there's probably a 2-minute span there. There's actually an active fire off your left. And I'm at 46 miles back now, and I'm still in it. So.
Okay.
Hope Wings Wing Stand here. We're at 3,500, about 46 miles from Sudbury, and we've been in smoke for the last, I'm going to say, 5 minutes or so. Visibility is probably no better than a couple of miles per wingspan.
Okay, this is Wing 6, Glen. I just had to turn back. Visibility was 0. Whatever that active smoke is right now, it is visibility is 0, so I'm turned around.
That active smoke isn't for long. It's not that thick, and then it gets into maybe 3 miles, 4 miles. It's just, there is that little pocket where it's horrible, but if you push through it, not that I want to pressure you to, it does get better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back a few miles and then maybe go south and see if it's dissipates a little bit farther south. I've also got Elliot Lake here close by that I can get into.
Doing 43 miles back on the money, and we've got active fires off of our right too. So yeah, going south might be best.
Okay, so that smoke got really bad. My visibility went down to 0. The other guys got through it, but you know, forest fires are a fluid thing. They're always in motion. You never know what's going to happen, which way the winds are going to go. The visibility is dropping precipitously. I could climb above it, but I'd be over the top and I wouldn't see the ground at all. So I am diverting to Elliot Lake. I'm going to sit on the ground for a few minutes. I'm going to call for a weather briefing, and I might decide to skip Sudbury.
Yeah, this is Glen, Wing 6. I got into 0 visibility, and I'm trying to get through it, but it just goes down to 0. So I'm diverting to Elliot Lake for the moment, and I will reassess on the ground.
Good call, man. Are you okay, or do you want company?
No, I'm all good. It's all good. I mean, it's not much better here, but at least I know I can be on the ground for a few minutes, and I'll figure out what to do. And I might miss Sudbury. I might just go straight to Ottawa.
Roger that, man. Hope to catch you there.
I'll give everybody a dingle on the WhatsApp when I'm on the ground.
Be safe.
Thank you.
That's a good call, Glenn.
Hey guys, I'll see you later this afternoon. This is Glen. I'm switching over to Elliot Lake now.
Take care, man. Bye-bye. Stay safe, Glenn.
Elliot Lake, this is Cessna 172 Foxtrot Mike Victor uniform, currently 7 miles to the northeast, inbound for landing, Elliot Lake. Elliot Lake, Mike Victor uniform, carrying the mid-left downwind, runway 30, full stop, Elliot Lake.
Oh, locked. Things on.
Elliot Lake, Mike Victor uniform, base to final, runway 30, full stop, Elliot Lake.
$500.
Oh, quite the crosswind.
Cheese.
Elliot Lake, Mike Victor uniform, clear 30 on the apron, Elliot Lake.
Okay, so unplanned stop in Elliot Lake. That smoke was really bad. zero. I was down to zero visibility. And talking to the planes ahead of me, they said they got through it. That it got really bad for them too. They got through it, but it cleared up. The thing was, you know, fires are, I mean, they're unpredictable. And in the 20 minutes since the other planes had passed through, I think the smoke had gotten a lot thicker. So pulled off, diverted to Elliot Lake. Always have a diversion in your plan in your brain. My landing here was horrible. I'm looking at the windsock, and it's a full crosswind, and the sock is pretty much straight out. That landing was also at my personal minimums for crosswind, personal maximums for crosswind. The edge of my level of ability or comfort for a crosswind. How about that? A little bit rattled. I am a little bit rattled. Smoke is a dangerous thing, and as soon as I started to smell the smoke in the cockpit, it became a lot more real. It became, you know, that is not just a thin layer of smoke, that is a thick layer of smoke from active forest fires. So Elliot Lake, I'm gonna figure out what to do from here. I'm not gonna make the event in Sudbury. I'm not gonna make that. I think what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna go from Elliot Lake down to Manitoulin and Gore Bay, out over the lake, and follow back where we came up yesterday, and then cut across central Ontario, which shouldn't be as bad, and try to get into Gatineau with everybody else. The problem with Gatineau right now is, though, they're showing IFR because of smoke. So I know that when I hook back in that direction, it's going to be just as bad as well. So everything's fine. A little bit rattled. I'm on the ground. I'm safe. Decision making as a pilot is something that you really have to keep on the ball. So back in the plane, I'm going to call London FIC and figure out what the weather is. Okay, so I've tried twice to get out of here today, out of Elliot Lake. The smoke south of here, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but the smoke south of here is just horrible. And I got out to Georgian Bay, thought I could get across to Manitoulin. Visibility just comes down to probably a quarter mile, and I can't get out. So I came back to Elliot Lake. Twice I tried to get out of here, and twice I've come back. Really squirrely crosswind here at Elliot Lake too. There's a really crazy wind. It's like at a 90 degree. And coming back was not something I wanted to do, but I had to. And as you can see, fire cruisers are moving in. That's a water tanker helicopter. It's come in for some fuel, and they're fighting fires pretty close to here. So, looks like I'm setting up my tent and spending the night in Elliot Lake. I don't know if I can catch up to the group at this point. I don't know if I can get all the way out there tomorrow and catch up with them. I'm going to try my best. So, I'm going to end it there. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so the air is just thick with smoke. Just a little bit east from here. I'm so glad I made the decision to stick around. It's blowing in even harder now. Whatever fire is burning out here is burning pretty strong. I looked at the fire map, and along the shoreline, which is just south of here, which is the direction I want to go, there's at least 2 burning, and north of here there are 4 or 5 burning. I'll throw up the fire map and let you look at that. And in and out of here all afternoon have been helicopters fueling up and getting ready to go back out and dump more water on whatever's causing all of that. So, little addendum. I think I made the right decision to stay in Elliot Lake. Hunkered down for the night, and I guess I'm eating whatever's in my emergency bag. So it is, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning. I slept in the plane last night here in Elliot Lake. I'm just about to do all the weather briefing to see if I can get out. It doesn't look great. I just took a look on my phone, and most of the airports around here are IFR only. They're reporting low visibility because of smoke. And I mean, when you stand here now, it doesn't look too bad. But I know that once you're in the air, you can't see the ground and you can't see ahead of you. And it's just not VFR flying because of the smoke. Another problem that I'm battling is just on a quick look, the wind is howling here. It's gusting, probably gusting 30k. And they're calling for gusts up to 50 this afternoon, or as we get into the day. And yeah, it's a full crosswind. So I might be in Elliot Lake for another day. Let's find out. Okay, so I've done my weather briefing. I've looked at the smoke maps, I've looked at the fire maps, I've looked at the weather and the winds and everything else. And I think I'm staying in Elliot Lake today. And it's about to get really busy here with choppers and water bombers coming in, fueling up. And so one of the difficulties I'm having definitely is the wind. I left out of here twice yesterday to try to get out every time I thought I saw the smoke sort of dissipating. The problem was there's only one runway here. It's wide and it's really long and it's a great runway, but we've got a complete crosswind, and today it's gusting to 50 knots at a 90-degree crosswind. Almost impossible to get out of in my plane. And I watched a couple of bombers come in yesterday and they were having trouble landing too, so I don't want to land if I can't come back. That's very important because there's not a lot out there. So he's dropping his bucket so that he can come in and get some fuel. This is going to go on all day long. I think I'm gonna head into Elliot Lake, get a hotel room, get a good meal in me, come back tomorrow with a plan. And my plan tomorrow is to head out of here northwest, away from the fires. There's a whole line of fires just to the east of me here that's boxing me in. So I'm gonna go northwest, and then I'm gonna hook around east, around the fires, and come back down. There's a bit of a gap where there's no fire and no smoke. That's my plan for tomorrow, but for today, I'm just gonna hang out here and watch operations because this looks pretty cool, even though it's not cool. Yeah, there's quite a bit of fire just off over here. I don't think the camera picked it up.